and welcome to another TWM12 video on War Thunder. In this one we're looking at the beast from the east, the T-72B3, and honestly it's a fucking beautiful tank, it really is. It has to be one of the nicest looking Russian tanks in the game with its relic ERA. However, at 10.7 it is outstanding. Its armour is reliable, its gun is the same as the T-80's gun to an extent. It's not bad overall, it really isn't. But before I get into the first impressions video of this here and talking it through it on the live server, I'd like to say if you enjoy my content and want to support the channel, please consider joining the channel by hitting the join button. It's 99p a month. If you want to join it, it'll help the channel out greatly. Anyways, this tank is an absolute beast, it really is. Decent fire rate, decent mobility, decent turret rotation. Overall it's not bad. It gets the typical vertical guidance from Russia, -6 to +13, pretty typical. But what makes this thing stand out is that ERA protection is absolutely outstanding. Side on, for example, offers 600mm against chemical. While side on it's still very vulnerable to kinetic, it's a bit pointless saying that it'll take a hit to the side from a APDFS, so I'm not going to say it will. It will die from an APDS from the side or rear. It's obvious it's going to. However, if some poor bastard is using heat or is stock, he probably won't be able to kill you from the side due to the fact you've got 600mm chemical protection, and you should be able to swing your turret around fast enough at that point to quite badly yeet him. Anyways, front on, you still have the typical Soviet weak spot with the lower glaciers, though it is small. Its upper front plate still is a massive one as well. At the driver porch, you can actually kill it with heat FS there. It doesn't even need to pen it, the fragments pen can kill you. However, while there is some inherited weaknesses from the T-80 and the other T-72s, well, I should rephrase it, while it has some of the same weaknesses as the T-82 and inherited some of the same weaknesses as the T-72, the upgrade package is a nice addition to it. It really is. It's got decent frontal protection due to its Contact 5 integrated on its hull and front turret. It's got solid relic ERA on the side. I actually believe it's spelled relic wrong. I believe it's RELIKT, I believe, or something along them lines. But I suppose the correct English translation would be that would be it, to be honest. But nothing, just being a bit picky with the Russian language. I may have just butchered that completely. I might be wrong, but anyways. So, stock, it comes with heat and stabilize like all top tier tanks are, and you need to unlock APDFS from your first tier, which is pretty cancerous, as well as your MVDs for your decent thermals are tier 2 upgrade as well. So it is a bit of a pain in the arse. You've got to decide what one you want first, APDFS or thermals or parts or FPE. It's a tough choice, as well as your UBH package. It's the final tier production, or the final tier addition to this year, which gives it this decent protection. Essentially, you're bringing a 9.7 tank into a 10.7 until you get this protective kit. While it's slightly slower than the T-80 in my opinion, and for some weird reason at the minute it's extremely fucking mobile and agile compared to it, which is really weird. It's so fucking floaty at the minute, it's unreal. It's so easy to drift around the corner, like from a single tap, sometimes you just completely spin out. It's like, what the actual fuck. So I'm not too sure if it's a broken model maybe, or nothing has been modeled right. However, I wouldn't put it past Gaijin to release a half completed model. Cough cough, Challenger 2F and its lower front plate and its composite block. They still haven't rendered it in. It says it's composite block, but it doesn't act like composite block. They had it perfectly rendered in the dev server, but they didn't want a tank with a lower front plate that could stop a DM33. And it like it did in the dev server, so fuck's sake, Gaijin, hurry up and fix it. Please, it's been like 12 weeks since I've asked, complained and filed a report about it. Come on, please. Anyways, enough of that random, back onto this tank. Overall, it's got decent armour, good mobility, decent gun, and it's going to be one of them tanks where its armour is its strongest point. You're going to be able to take hits and you're going to be able to be more aggressive with it, you're going to be able to be more up in your face. And especially at long range as well, you're going to be able to use armour to your advantage, as a lot of tanks' APDFS penetration does drop off at distance, especially around 2 kilometers. As some maps you are engaging about 2.8 at times, 2.5, 2.8, so if you get in a nice wee hold down position, you should be able to do it pretty well. I would also advise that you try angling your turret in this here. You still have the massive cannon breach weak spot, so the slightest bit of angling does help, so if it does get a turret hit, it'll hit the RA and not your breach. So that would be my advice on this here. I actually believe Gaijin give out the same advice, ironically speaking. I wouldn't angle majorly, only enough to hide your turret for your cannon breach. And I wouldn't even really angle much on the hull really, because you're still going to penetrate that huge weak spot anyways if they're able to get a shot into it. Anyways, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. In short, as I said before, decent mobility, great armour, good gun, and the fact it's got tandem rounds as well. Overall, great tank. I'm really enjoying playing it, and I hope everyone else will agree on my first impressions of this tank that it's a pretty decent one overall. I hope you all will enjoy it as well as I have been. So, also like to say before I go, I've started a new series called the Gaijiggles Show. If you wish to submit a clip to it, the link's down in the description. The top 3 clips submitted will win a free game. As the show grows, so will the prizes. I'm hoping to get episode 2 out within the next week or so. So if you wish to still submit, the link's down in the description. And if you do get selected in the top 3 clips, you will win a free game. Also, I have opened up a public Discord. While it's a newish Discord, I'm still trying to grow it, and if you want to join it, you're more than welcome, links down in the description. Anyways, thanks again for watching, please like and subscribe, and hope you enjoyed, well, my first impressions of the live server T-72B3.